requirement, religious requirement, and implement those requirements. So you can incorporate that religious requirement into your existing halal management food safety management system. So there is no need for you to build a full-fledged food safety management system in which we have to do a whole hazard analysis. No, you just need to take a halal religious requirement and implement that. You can implement in two ways. You can incorporate this into your halal food safety management system existing, or you can have a policy which basically cover all aspects of halal. So what are the religious aspects? Make sure that you source out ingredients which are halal. One, make sure that your suppliers they don't do cross-contamination during their transportation. So that one, right? You don't do cross-contamination within your facility if you produce halal and non-halal food together. So that is another way thing. So make sure that your policy covers all these aspects. So halal religious requirement and cross-contamination requirement. Right? Any question about this? And basically motive is to harm people, public health, economic, or creating terror, then it comes under food defense. So HACCP, probably all of you familiar with hazard analysis and critical control points. I'm not going to spend too much time. So it's a systematic approach where you identify the hazard, evaluate it, and implement controls. So it's a logical and scientific approach of food safety. So the main purpose is to protect customers from foodborne illnesses, right? And it's a proactive approach than reactive. So can someone explain what is proactive approach? So there is a term we use quality control and quality assurance. What is the difference between quality control and quality assurance? I mean, now it's almost same, but before we used to do a lot of testing, right? Remember at one point, maybe 30-40 years back, we used to do quality control, take the last product, check the product, and based on that release the whole batch. But now there's no, it still exists, but not anymore. The industry now normally use proactive approach, so they control the hazard before they apply a measure to control the hazard before it contaminates the food, right? So this is an approach for proactive approach where you proactively try to control any issue before it happens. It's a science-based and risk-based approach, stepwise a process, so you identify the hazard and then apply it.
In a tonic phase, what you're looking to see is the animal collapse immediately, the body becomes rigid, there's no rhythmic breathing, the head is raised, the front legs are extended, and the hind legs is flexed. So that's the sign of a good head-only electrical stone. Next slide, please. So here's a summary of what you're looking for in halal slaughter with pre-stunning. It's a halal species. The animal's alive but not conscious. We looked at different methods of restraint. Slaughterman, FSA approved, must be a Muslim. There's a prayer to be said over each animal. And 1 amp current needs to be applied for 3 seconds with a fast fire starter, with a stun to stick interval of 15 seconds or less. The knife needs to be ultra sharp. The neck cut needs to cut both carotids and both